So, nice to see you all here in the morning after whatever you did last night. We're Soluto. I'm Tomer, a co-founder and a CEO. And growing with computers, I was a very early geek. I got my first PC when I was 6. What I saw with time is that technology is becoming very, very popular. More and more people are using devices. We have more devices all around us, in our pockets, in our bags. And it's wonderful, because when you do know what to do with it and how to enjoy it, it's great. You can do a lot of things in your real life and really use technology. But technology doesn't come naturally to everyone. And many people don't get along with it, don't get it. And honestly, they don't really care. They just do the things that they do and not much more. But it seems that the only way that those people, which are actually the majority, most of the world are not techies, the way that they do get along with technology is that they have someone. They have someone around who's their techie guy. It's their trusted techie dude or a family CTO. It might be the person who's getting the calls about buying your next device. How do I fix this? How do I do that with my devices? And that exists. That exists in real life, and that's the way that most people just get along with technology. So we've decided that we're going to change things, and going to make technology accessible and fun for everyone. And our goal is to make people really enjoy technology. So instead of running around slides, I'll just show you our product. So this is our web interface. And what we see here is a bunch of my own devices. I have this tablet here and my phone and some PCs. But what you see here below are other people. And this is actually my mom. This is my mom and her PC. And let's go and see what's going on inside there. So what you see here, first of all, we know my mom's happiness level with her PC. Because once I invited her or she asked for my help, you can see how much she's frustrated with anything that bothers her, anything that contradicts what she's trying to do with her computer. We track that automatically and save all the data. And we have various areas that we can help people very easily improve how their technology works, how their machine works. We use crowdsourcing to get data. We use statistics, which means you don't have to be a tech genius by yourself. You can see what other people have done in various areas, like internet connectivity. And in this example, you can see that my mom here uses Chrome. She didn't always use Chrome, but when I saw her machine through Soluto, I actually went here, and pretty much within one click, I chose her to use Chrome. What happened in the background that she didn't really see anything on her machine. Soluto waited for the right moment and just installed Chrome for her, made it a default, and made everything work like magic. So she didn't see anything, besides one thing that she did see. Coming back to her machine, she saw something like this. If you look at the lower right corner, she saw that, which means something good happened. Let's see what that is. And then she saw that I did something for her, meaning, first of all, I'm getting the credit. She was very happy about it. And second, if you want to understand what went there, she can dive in. But if you take that to a small business scenario, and the service providers never get the credit. Usually you call them once you're really upset with your experience, and you're pretty sure that they're not doing their job. So now, whenever someone is doing something for you, he really gets the credit for that, and both sides are pretty happy about it. So I won't dive into all the areas. We manage hardware, batteryware, which is something very common, storage, and various different areas. Another thing that we can do is to allow people to actually approach that person who helped them with something we call quick question. So with that, when my mom got Soluto, got my invite, we actually asked her to print this and put it on one of her keys, which actually became her Tomer key. So now she has a Tomer key on the keyboard, and whenever she has a question about something is not working well, how do I do that, how do I improve this, she presses that. She gets this little nice postcard here, which takes a screenshot. She can ask a question. But what I'm getting is, beside that and the story, I'm actually getting a bunch of technical information pieces that help me help her. So again, everyone are happy, and it's a very simple asynchronous way for her to get my help. You can obviously escalate that to a support service as well, and you can imagine all you can do with that. But that's all nice, because we're talking about negative things, avoiding them, solving things, but there's much more than that. Let's talk about other services and apps. Dropbox is considered a pretty successful service. I love it, I use it. But they have right now about 50 million users. Now, think about that for a moment. They have 1 billion to get to, more than 1 billion. How do they get there? So my mom is not going to read about cloud storage and understand the benefit and go there and do that. So if I think that she's going to benefit from that, that's pretty much one click here. And what you see here is that everything is automatic. We have our information. If I press this green button, the thing that's going to happen, Soluto will create a Dropbox account for my mom, will install it magically without her seeing anything, will configure it, and it will just run. She will have Dropbox. But that's only half the work, because then she might need to change 1 or 2 things in her behavior. So what she's also going to get is a guide on how to use Dropbox that seems like it's from me, because I recommended that for her, which we did, by the way, for non-techies on how to start using such a service. So if you look at the bottom line of that, we got someone who would probably never use such a service to actually start using it and learning what are the benefits. So the way we're going to take it is to all the services that people can enjoy. Share and manage your pictures, your music, videos, backup services, everything that the people that are a bit more technical do, and most people really don't. So we're going to make that approachable for everyone. So let's talk about another scenario, which is the fact that people have multiple devices. We saw that our biggest crowd among our user base are people with Windows 7 and an iPhone, for example. So think about that for a second. It's the same person who has this device here and that device there, but it's the same person. He likes the same things. He's doing the same things and probably using the same services. So what we do on that end is actually make the person the center. Devices are just a window to get to your services and apps. So what we do here is allow people to get apps on one's devices, whatever that is, whichever platform that is, which he might enjoy based on things that he's doing on his other devices. Or in a scenario of me and my mom, for example, some of my apps might be relevant for her. So very easily, over the air, I can actually install something that will just install right now in Israel, because she's there. So if you take that to devices that are going to be more common and are going to be everywhere, to your smart television and whatever's going to be in our cars in a few years, that's the right concept. The person is the center, not the device and not the service. So taking that to another scenario for a second, one very interesting thing that we have is data, because our entire service is based on data, and we can do some very interesting things around that, and I'll very quickly show you some examples. We're working in an industry that's very advanced, but no one really measures it. So what we have are various measurements about behavior, long-term behavior with people and their devices, which can really help OEMs and manufacturers and operators really improve their services. So in this example, what people remove from their devices with time. Maybe you can improve your service. Battery failure rates over time on different PC vendors. What you see here is very interesting because there's an industry average. No one has that average. We do, because we run that. If you're worse, you can improve your devices. If you're better, you can market the fact that you're better. Another example, devices that people connect to their machines. So you can see what they do after the fact, way after they bought it. Another small thing that you can see here, choosing your next device based on data, how they act in real life, and what you can do with that. And another example here, a PC page to choose your device, your next device, based on real data, not just recommendation and not just what Amazon writes. So to summarize, since we released our first product, we got about 3 million downloads naturally without any real marketing. We're all over the world. we won a few prizes, but the interesting ones are not the Microsoft Partner of the Year. They're actually the non-formal ones by the techie community, which is one of the most cynical, negative communities out there. But they actually really love what we do, and that's very exciting for us. So to summarize, we're solving a huge pain point, which is relevant for most of the world. It's all about the relationships. The two exist anyway, with or without us. We're making it fun and easy and quick. And distribution through partners, which all are win-win situations, and everybody wins. So our goal is to make people happier, and that's us. Thank you.